My basic message for all of you is that you must doubt everything unless you manage to experience the same. This means elimination of all the ideologies and belief systems which have blinded and divided humanity through the ages. And the most important belief that needs to be eliminated is the belief in God. All the evils associated with religion have been hanging on the concept of God, on the concept of God which has not been the experience of those who believe in God. The role of the Messiah, the prophets, the popes, the messengers, and the so-called torchbearers of religion and spirituality will come to naught. And this will be a very important development in view of the simple fact that the same have been the causes of total exploitation of humanity in the name of God and religion. With the elimination of the belief in God, the concept of virtue and sin, heaven and hell will also disappear. In fact, God has been the fundamental obstacle in the faster growth of human intelligence and evolution of man. In a situation when all these will be eliminated, you will start developing trust in your own strength because you will not have anything else to depend upon. Now in this situation, you will start empowering yourself in your own independence. As a matter of fact, you will start feeling yourself more and more responsible for each and every dimension of your life. Since times immemorial, people had been following someone who himself had been blind. In fact, the blind had been leading the blind since millions of years. Even Jesus had no experience of God. Just because there is no God at all, how can he have any experience of God? Since there is no God, how could he be able to experience God? Whatever he has spoken about God had been the byproduct of his fantasies or dreams about God. Truly speaking, there is no God. This existence is all. The very idea of God creates a split in this existence because it leads to the concept of the creator and the creation. And this is the root cause of all the fallacies and conflicts arising in the life of man in the realm of religion or in the realm of spirituality. There arises a continuous conflict and split in your life. Your body wants to do something. Your mind that has been trained and conditioned by the religion does not want to accept it because it has been conditioned for celibacy. At the physical level, you have physical urges for making love. Your mind does not allow it, therefore you are torn apart. If you listen to the inner urge of the body, you will start feeling guilty. But if you listen to the mind, you will become a sexual pervert. In both the cases, you are bound to suffer. Therefore, I want to say with absolute emphasis that God is the greatest lie, and he has got to be removed altogether from the human consciousness. And once man is free from God, the concept of virtue and sin, heaven and hell will disappear. In this situation, the individual will be free to act according to his intelligence, a sense of great responsibility for his actions will arise within man. You will come to understand that every action of yours is bound to have its own reward and punishment. For example, if you are angry, you will start burning within yourself even before the action of anger takes place. It means the punishment of being angry will be immediately received by you. Similarly, if you are compassionate towards someone, the feeling of compassion will fill you with inner joy, and therefore it will come to you as a reward for compassion. The elimination of belief in God will lead to the growth of intelligence as well as the growth of the great sense of responsibility within you. It will take you towards the experience of the truth that specific acts bring sadness and misery in your life, and it also leads you to the experience that the performance of specific acts brings joy in your life. You will not depend on the scriptures or the sermons of the saints. Your inner conscience will itself become decisive for your life. However, at the present moment, the situation is entirely different. Now you can dump everything on God, everything on the past life, everything on the devil. But once these concepts are thrown, you become free to act according to your intelligence with a sense of greater responsibility on your own self. At the same time, you will also experience freedom from the bondage of temples, churches, mosques, and other symbols of religious exploitation. In short, a tremendous transformation will happen. You will experience a state of great freedom, that freedom which will encourage you to search the truth of your own self and the truth about God. In the journey of searching the truth about God, meditation will come as the most powerful means of total transformation. Meditation will enable you to know the truth of your own self through your own experience. By blindly accepting God, you will deprive yourself of the opportunity of exploring God. All exploration becomes impossible once you take something granted. If you accept something blindly, the possibility of finding the truth about that thing becomes quite impossible. Once you stop relying on what people have been accepting, the possibility of finding out your own truth becomes obvious. It is through this that you start moving on the path of enlightenment. Otherwise, enlightenment will become a total impossibility as it has been up till now.